Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
Good Wednesday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking a powerful storm system that is headed toward our area for the late week period. But in the meantime, we do have one more milder day ahead of us as well, with some sunshine out there too. Let's first take a look at some of the snowfall reports that we've seen over the last 24 hours, thanks to a warm front that moved through and is continuing to move through the area right now. We've seen anywhere from 1/10 to maybe 2/10 of an inch of snow to the north, especially in these grayish, whitish areas, and then down toward the south we've had a little bit as well, but again, not anything to write home about. Right now in downtown Utica, we are dealing with cloudy skies, temperature 39 degrees, winds out of the west at 13, so it feels like 31. The dew point is also at 32. And temperatures will drop back into the 20s as we head through the overnight hours. No 20s just yet. We do have middle and upper 30s over most of the area, with the exception of Norwich, which is at 41 degrees at the present time. As far as those winds are concerned right now, we do have winds sustained out of the west largely at around 10 to 20 miles an hour. But again, nothing compared to the gusts that we will see on Friday, which could exceed 40 miles an hour at times. I'll get to that in just a second. As far as those feels like values, though, that's again the combination of the cold temperatures as well as the wind. It's making it feel like the 20s up toward the north, low to mid 30s down toward the south. And where we are dealing with those wind chill values in the 20s up toward portions of Hamilton County, we are still dealing with some scattered snow showers out there, and that'll continue to be the case during the overnight hours thanks to this cold front that moves through. But behind that cold front tomorrow, the winds switch out of the southwest thanks to an area of high pressure that will build in temporarily. But you'll notice all this activity back toward the international border. That'll head toward our area, part of an area of low pressure, and a strong cold front tomorrow night, and especially through the day on Friday. So for that reason, all of our area, with the exception of Lewis County, is under a wind advisory from 7 p.m. Thursday to 1 a.m. Saturday. Same thing as we go through Lewis County, except for it's a high wind warning, where across portions of the Tuckahoe Plateau, east of Lake Ontario, and the North Country, there could be gusts up to 60 miles an hour. The rest of our area could see gusts of up to 50 miles an hour, especially as we head through the day on Friday, which that combined with the dropping temperatures will change the rain back over to snow and also make it feel a lot colder. So as far as the heat goes over the next couple of days, you'll be able to save a little bit on that energy bill during the day tomorrow, back up to around 45. This high on Friday of 47, that occurs at midnight, and that's 10 degrees above average for this time of year, mind you, but we'll be dropping steadily into the teens and 20s by the nighttime hours, and then we'll end up in the 30s during the day, and then back into the 30s by the time we head toward the weekend. As far as future cast back in the near term, we will see increasing clouds during the overnight hours, and winds out of the south and southwest, again holding temperatures up from where they have been as of recently, a little bit closer to average for this time of year. And then tomorrow, temperatures getting well into the 40s, especially late in the day, and I think we will also see an increase in not only winds out of the south and southeast, but also clouds late in the day, with no precipitation building in until after 7 p.m. Temperatures tonight, as I mentioned, in the 20s, tomorrow right around 45 degrees, which is almost 10 degrees above average for this time of year. Today was above average as well, but then Friday, look at that, we've got falling temperatures. After starting the day around 45 to 50, we'll end up in the 20s and 30s. That means that rain will change over to snow, and it looks like we'll see snow shower chances even going into next week for the first few days of winter. Thomas, back to you.
Yeah, make sure you have a scarf and cover.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And 11:32, almost 11:33 is now the time on your very late Wednesday evening. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some warmer weather for our Thursday, but it will be preceded by followed by some strong winds, as well as some heavy rain, and that knocks back the temperature, changing the rain back to snow. Let's first take a look at some of the snowfall reports that we've seen today over the last 24 hours, and you'll notice that up toward the north and down toward the south, there were some scattered coatings of maybe 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch, but not anything certainly to write home about. But that was part of a cold front that moved through. As far as temperatures today, this was our first day of the month of December, and mind you, we're 17 days deep of at or above average temperatures. We are 41 degrees and also at or above 41 for the high today, and that was after starting the day at 15, which is 8 degrees below normal. We were 3 above for that high this afternoon. So we made a nice recovery. No precipitation observed at the airport, and certainly no records of 62 or -10 respectively. Right now in downtown Utica, it's 34 degrees thanks to a lot of clouds, southerly breeze, although it is calm out there right now, and it feels like 34 thanks to that. Temperatures up toward the north are a little bit cooler. We've got 28 in both Old Forge and Lake Pleasant. The rest of us into the lower, if not the middle 30s out there, but no precipitation. So the radar is free and clear precipitation for the time being, but that's going to change again tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. The reason why we're dry right now is because high pressure is in control. Our fair weather front, there's the cold front that brought us those scattered coatings of snow that I just mentioned, moving its way up into Canada. Back toward the west, though, we do have the stationary front attached to an area of low pressure back toward the Dakotas, and that's going to move our way as a cold front in a very strong storm tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. So the reason, that's the reason why we do have a wind advisory for the majority of our area in this tan color from 7 p.m. tomorrow evening until 1 a.m. on Saturday, when there could be gusts at times, especially during the day on Friday, of up to 50 miles an hour for Lewis County as well as Jefferson County. In that kind of mustardy color, it is a high wind warning for gusts of up to 60 miles an hour at times, again, especially during the day on Friday. And that on Friday, especially toward and after 7 a.m., the winds switch over to the west, and that's what will cause the rain to change over to snow and also the drop in temperature. So while you won't need the heat tomorrow, at least not as much of it, you'll be able to save a little bit on the energy bill with high temperatures tomorrow around 45. This 47 on Friday is a bit misleading because it occurs at midnight. And we'll see temperatures dropping throughout the day, and that will drop to below normal again by Saturday and Sunday. So you'll definitely want the heat on again for those 2 days. Overnight tonight, we will just see a lot of clouds. That'll hold up temperatures from dropping back as much as they have in recent nights. So we'll still bottom out into the lower and middle 20s. We'll start the day with sunshine tomorrow, an east-southeasterly breeze at around 5 to 15, maybe some higher gusts, but I think the gustier winds hold off until the evening hours, and then we'll see more clouds during the evening as well. And then after about 7 to 10 p.m., that's when rain starts to break out across the area. Overnight tonight, bottoming out in the 20s, maybe a few teens. Warmer to the south tomorrow, middle and upper 40s to the low 50s there. Lower to middle 40s up toward the north, and then again that high on Friday 47 will drop throughout the day, so the rain changes over to snow. And it looks like we do have some snow shower chances for the first official days of winter, and then Christmas Eve looks pretty quiet right now. Thomas, back over to you.
If you're not already